Hey guys, it's Rachel Youngson here from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. Welcome to our weekly PLR Power Hour. This is where we ask questions about our PLR, talk about PLR resources, resources to grow our business, and more than anything, this is our chance to showcase our business, who you are, what you do, and how you're using PLR to make your business strong. Let's see. We have a few lurkers today, which is totally okay. Anyone who wants to lurk usually takes this opportunity to carve out an hour of their week to work on their PLR, which is perfect. Charlene, how are you doing today? Did you want to speak today or not?
Sure, I can speak today if you like.
Sure. I just wanted to touch in with you. How are you?
Heck, I can even come in camera this time if you like. Hi, everybody.
Look at you. Good job, Cheryl.
I made it today. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Interesting things have been happening. One of the things that I do with my business is that I actually write for people who sell PLR. And just finished a project for somebody who has an extensive background in writing and editing. And it was the first one I've done for him, and he was just so excited. It was heartwarming for me that he says, I can't wait to send you the other projects because I have a feeling you're going to be my permanent writer. So that was exciting. The other thing is that I have taken pieces of PLR that I've written, pieces from that which I've purchased, and then completely rearranged and turned it into a product I'm going to be putting up on Warrior Plus this week. So the fun part about that is that I put it out for 2 or 3 reviewers to get their feedback, but also to see if they'd be willing to give me a review I could put up on my sales page. And they're all excited about what I put together. Very, very small. It's not a huge product launch, okay? Don't think in those terms. But overall, it's just on this side, on the PLR side of my business, I feel really good the direction it's going, and I'm getting the kudos and the feedback that I need that says I'm in the right direction.
I am so happy for you, Charlene. Oh, that's awesome. Real quick before I speak to that, hey, Susan, I just wanted to let you know I turned off your camera. I noticed you put your hand there, so I just figured if you want it on, please send me a chat, and I'll be more than happy to turn it back on for you. But Charlene, that is great. And, you know, guys, I don't know if all of you have had a chance to connect with Charlene, but I've worked with Charlene, and she is a great writer. I have no doubt this guy is happy to work with you because I know, like, even when you and I work together and you're just so freaking professional. It's great. It's wonderful. And you really, you really care about your clients, and we love that. So you don't get that all the time, you know, so it's important. But that's wonderful. And your project on Warrior Plus, did you want to talk to us about it, or?
Well, sure. It's the first is a checklist. It is 45 ways to transform your content into an information product. And the first upsell to it is a small guide. Kind of walks you through what it looks like to do it without actually being a tutorial on taking something specific with screenshots and everything else about how you convert one thing into another or transform it into another. The important thing is that in the guide, I make it very clear that we're not talking about repurposing. We're actually talking about transforming a piece of content that you have in your hard drive right now. The checklist is 45 different ways, and they have a minimum of 1, if not 2 links per way of someplace on the website that will show you how to create that particular type of information product. So it should get your creative juices flowing, give you some ideas, think beyond what you were thinking was an information product, right? Because a lot of people are stuck on, well, that means I have to write an ebook or create a course or do a video, right? or some combination thereof, and that's not true. That's not all there is. There's 42 other ways that are listed in that checklist.
I'm really excited.
I am. I think it's a pretty good start. It's my first entry into a product on Warrior Plus. So I thought that would be a good entry considering what I like to do and create, and an introduction to who I am and how I do things, and then help build my list, as well as get my name out in front of some other people's networks, because I already have people asking if they can share the link. I'm currently not planning to set it up for affiliates, but that didn't matter. I've got some pretty high profile people already asking or telling me, send me the link when it's done. I'll be happy to share it with my network. So I'm excited.
I'm really excited for you. That's really cool, Charlene. And you know, like that first, I've never done anything on Warrior Plus. I affiliate over there, but I'm not, I've never produced anything for them. But I've done things over at JVZoo before, and I know like that first launch, like the first launch, maybe 2 launches was a big, had me like a big stress ball. And once they were done, I was like, oh, okay, I've got this. It's no big deal. But I was going to say the same thing. When, you know, even if you're not accepting affiliates, please let me know the link when you have it. Shoot me an email. You know how to get in touch with me. But yeah, please let me know. I'd love to share it with the community, especially since we talk to you so much.
Thank you. And I should tell you now that I'll be putting on the guide at the end. I have a resources list. I'll make sure that your PLR site is on there as a resource.
Oh, well, thanks, Charlene. I really appreciate that. Are you an affiliate for Whole Food?
Highly likely.
Highly likely?
Highly likely. But I'll check. I check before I put everything in. And then what I do, just for purposes of those who, this is not PLR, right? This is a product for you to use on your own. So what I do when it comes to affiliate links inside of a product like that is I use Prettylinks and associate it with just a domain so that it doesn't look really ugly when somebody hovers over it. Or if an experienced person like myself looks at it and say, oh, well, I can go check out that domain, just curious, right? And give it a little bit of legitimacy, if you will. But I recognize that it's an affiliate link. I don't mind using them. But I just think that for ease of organization, as well as for use on a product like this, Prettylinks really makes a difference.
I love Prettylinks too. And you guys, if you don't know what Prettylinks is, it's a WordPress plugin. It's free. There's a paid version, but I use the free version. And I have it on, I have a domain that's just called racheladmires.me. I pay like less than $10 a year for it. Only thing I have on this domain is this Prettylinks plugin so that I can make my links racheladmires.me / whatever I want to say, whatever the link is.
That's it. I have, now what I do is I have Prettylinks on 2 specific niche sites. One for internet marketing, which of course this content related one, that's what all the Prettylinks are, is out of that domain. And then I have one for mindfulness. So anything related to the products that I represent and sell off of that site, I'll have that particular domain, just so that it's congruent with the messaging and it makes sense to the reader. So
I like that. Yeah, you can definitely do it in a variety of different ways. I have the laziness factor going on for me, which is why I house everything on one site. But you definitely are right. Yeah, it's good to get that message out clearly and let them know where they're going. If anyone needs a walkthrough of that, feel free to let me know and we can do that a little later in the call. Also, over at useplr.com, we have some blog posts on Prettylinks. I think we have a walkthrough over there too, if you want it. But yeah, that's so great. So if you need any help getting any affiliate links for our sites, please let me know. You know, reach out to me directly. I'll take care of it for you.
All right, I will. So that's my update.
Ah, such a cool update, Charlene. Do you have a prospective launch date?
Well, it's this week. I mean, it's in the hands of 2 reviewers now. I just got 1 review back that said, please put 15 stars on this, which I thought was kind of fun. I said, I won't do that, but thank you. And the other 2, I'm still waiting on their reviews. Then I'll get the sales page up. You know, my personal goal is by Thursday.
Okay. All right, I'll make room in our schedule for it just to make sure that we can start mentioning it as soon as it's ready.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Okay. Oh, and guys, for anyone who just came onto the call, Charlene Burke is also a writer, and she's done work for me, and I know she's done work with a lot of other folks in our group and a lot of other folks that I work with. She's someone that I highly recommend outsourcing to, and if you have any questions or you want to contact her, feel free to let me know and I can connect you guys. Susan, welcome to the call. Did you want to lurk or speak today? Either way is fine. Some folks choose to just lurk and work on their PLR. Others have questions or they want to talk to the group about who they are and what they do. Either way is okay, but if you could just drop me a note in the chat and let me know, that would be great. Greg says, congratulations to Charlene. Yes, I second that, Greg. It's such a huge accomplishment. You know, Dennis Becker says, money loves speed, and I never really, I didn't grasp that for so long, what exactly that meant. But it's so true. Once you kind of eat that frog, so to speak, and start putting products out and just doing that over and over and over again, then it just becomes so second nature, so easy. Hey, Susan, how are you today? Oh, of course. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you, let's start here. Do you use PLR? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Then I'll just give you a little spiel. If you're brand new to using PLR, over at useplr.com, we have free guides that will help you with familiarizing yourself with what PLR is, how you can use it in your business. We even have a cool guide over there that's no cost about finding free PLR and using that to grow your business so that you don't have to spend any money before you start making money. Okay, so PLR is really, really a great way to quickly grow your business, and we have a nice detailed blog post over at useplr.com. I'll drop the link for you now, and that'll just kind of give you an overview of basically what it is. One thing that I would highly recommend if you're newer to PLR is to only purchase from either sellers that you trust on some level or someone who maybe has a free product that you can look at and review and kind of get a sense of who they are and what they do. And of course, you know, once you feel comfortable with me, you can always come to me and say, hey, do you know XYZ person? And, you know, because, you know, your money, especially your business, the money you make in your business is so precious. You don't want to just give it away so easily. And shiny object syndrome is a huge, big deal. So, you know, but yeah, so feel free to take any resources from us that you need. And if you have any questions between this week and next, or anytime at all, feel free to shoot me an email directly at rachel@useplr.com. And since you want to lurk today, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. But if that changes, please feel free to let me know, and we'll definitely unmute you. Greg says that it's best to have separate domains. Oh, is it best to have separate domains for each PLR product? Or can they be on the same domain as a blog? Okay, so Greg, that's a great question. And the truth is, I've seen people do it in 2 different ways. So it depends really on what your overall goal is. Some folks, they have, they put up like these little niche sites and they use PLR to do it. And on these sites, they're just going to do like one product. So let's say that I get this PLR on being a dog trainer. Well, I want to make money with this PLR, but in the same sense, this isn't like my big tree income, so to speak. This isn't like who I'm known for. So I might make a niche site, put that PLR on that niche site, and use it just there, make like maybe 5 or 6 autoresponder emails over there, maybe a little like email nurture sequence kind of thing, so that if someone Googles dog training or someone comes onto my site and they're like, hey, I'd like this, then they get it. But in the same sense, I'm not going to have that repeat contact with them like I would have with, let's say, my used PLR customers. So in the second sense, if I am a dog trainer and that's my big tree income, like that is what I want to be known for, then I will put all of my PLR that's related to that thing that I want to be known for on the same site, because that's where everything is going to be housed. That's where people are going to go and they're going to sign up for my email, and then they're going to be on this, I'm going to be able to grow this huge email list that's all geared towards this one big tree idea, so to speak. And it's likely going to be the place where I house a blog that I constantly update, as opposed to a blog where I may put a few blog posts scheduled for XYZ time frame and then just never not really tweak it or look at it very much. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, please let me know. And if anyone else has any thoughts, please feel free to jump in too. Sure, Greg, no problem, no problem. Yeah, it's definitely different for different folks, like different, really kind of depends. I like to tell people to look at what your end goal is and then kind of think back from there. You know, like a dog trainer wouldn't want to be on a site if you want to be known for being a rock star, you know, it kind of doesn't mesh. Okay, guys, did anyone else, I have today, I was going to go through, I have a Trello walkthrough for you guys today. We had talked about it a few weeks ago, this free website called Trello that I've been using a little bit, and I restructured some of my things, and it's really boosted my productivity. And even though we talked about it before in the sense of PLR and how to, like, we brainstormed a little bit on ways to structure your PLR, filing of your PLR. I've used it recently to organize my day, and it's boosted my productivity like through the roof. So if anyone has any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will hop on Trello and we will do a walkthrough of that really quick. And hopefully it will help you boost your productivity too. Okay, guys, so this is a free site, and it's Trello.com. You can set up an account. It's no cost. They do have a paid version. Currently, I can do anything I want or really need in the free version, so I don't really, you know, I say use the free version. But in Trello, it's a way to organize and structure your day. You have all these little cards, and you have columns, and you can move the cards through the columns as you get things accomplished. What I have, oh, great. Greg says he's excited to learn about Trello. What I've done is I started doing it the way that I'm quote unquote supposed to do it. They have a column for things that you're currently working on, like a doing column, a column for what's done, a column for, created a column for what's been paused. In other words, if I have this that I want to do, but I haven't done it yet for some reason, it's paused, I can't do it for some reason, and it's in this category. But over time, I kind of realized, even though this is following like Trello's structure, it doesn't really, it didn't really boost my productivity. So I was really ready to kind of like ditch this whole idea altogether. But my business coach kind of got me into looking at it a little bit again, and that's when I kind of had this personal breakthrough as far as my day. So I created, or maybe Trello has this, I don't know, but either way, there's this to-do column over here on the left-hand side. And what I've done is I generally need a break in my business like about every hour or every 90 minutes. So I have what I call like rounds in my business. So what I've done is I started to break everything that I need to do down. And my first round is my money-making round, and that's why the label is green. So anything that I need to do to make money is what I need to do at the very beginning of my day. Hey, Jessica, good to see you today. So we're just doing a little Trello walkthrough here, Jessica. So for instance, my money makers are generally my email, sending out my email in the morning. If I am releasing a product, then I'll make sure that that goes out. If I'm an affiliate for anything and I need to put, I update my social media presence with details on products that I promote if I'm promoting something, and I'll do that because these are all things that will bring me instant income. So I work through that, and if I get done that early, sometimes I'll move into the second phase, sometimes I don't, sometimes I just Netflix for a little while, whatever. But then I go into round two. Round two is anything that's going to make me money, but it's not immediate money. So things like product creation, webinar planning, any like nurture sequence for your emails, all of that is geared towards the result of earning you money, but it's at the same time, it's not something that's going to make you money this instant. So it's really important to get done, but it's not, if you do it before you do your money-making tasks, then you might come at the end of your day and not have your daily financial goal met. So I worked through that round. As you can see, I'm currently working on a product in there. And then lastly, my third round is any odds and ends that I need to get wrapped up today that are non-essential tasks. So that would be a quick run through of emails. That would be a quick peek at social media, and just to make sure nobody's saying like, gosh, Rachel, I've got this fire, I need you to help me out here. Also, a big thing for me is I will set up my next day's email during this time. So what that means is I'll draft up the email with the affiliate links. I'll have everything ready to go. If I have, if there's a new product launching the next day that I'm an affiliate for, I'll go take a screenshot of that product image so that I can put that on my social media presence to let my followers on social media know about it. And essentially, any little odds and ends that I need to do to wrap up my day. And also, if it's like the first of the month, I do financials, and which is, you know, going into PayPal and doing all that blah stuff. So That's where all that would come in. I also, like, if I have anything that needs to be done that's not like an exact today thing, then it will either go on, if it's a recurring task, it will go in the this week portion right over here, or the this month portion, or the monthly expenses portion. So monthly expenses are, of course, you know, I have like an AWeber service, I have a shopping cart, anything that I outsource on a regular basis, anything like that is a monthly expense. I need to know where that is. I need to know when that's coming up, and I need to have that somewhere where I can quickly gain access to it, because otherwise I'll just be going through my day and then I'll get this charge on PayPal and I'll be like, holy crud, I just spent $50 at Target. Now you're telling me that I owe like $50 to my hosting company, and that kind of, you know, offsets my Target joy. So that's why those monthly expenses are super important. So the other thing is this doing column. This is like things that are, I think I briefly mentioned this before, but this is things that aren't going to get done today, but I kind of want to, I want to kind of keep that in my ear. I know that I want to do it. I'll only try to put like maybe 2 or 3 of these tasks somewhere over here every day, because I don't want to overload myself. This done column is things that I've already done. I might change this to archive and move it like way over here. Paused, we already went over. That's anything that I want to do, but I haven't done or I can't do currently for whatever reason. And then I've started an SOP for my business. So basically on those Trello cards, I wonder if I did it. Okay. So like I have a big long description of everything that needs to get done, and then a checklist. And then I just lather, rinse, repeat. I tweak this for everything else that I need to be done. So for instance, this is a writing card, but if I'm outsourcing images, then I'll just open up this card, change the description, change the checklist, and be done with that. And then I'll have eventually a card for each thing that I outsource in my business. Another really cool thing about Trello is that you can send your card, you can invite other people to your card too, so that they can make comments and see what's going on with the work and that kind of thing. So it's a really great tool if you have a team that you're organizing in any way. Hey RJ, good to see you today. But that is, in a nutshell, that is Trello. Did anyone, before I talk to our newer guests, did anyone want to have any questions or want to share any thoughts on that before we move on? Okay, sounds great. And again, Trello is a free service. Also, really quick, just so you guys know, some folks know and some don't. In addition to my content business, which is this business, and my PLR business, I do FBA as well, and I sell physical products and that kind of thing. So when I break these rounds up, I do like round 1 here is an hour and 15 minutes. Then after my break, I have my FBA. So then I go over to my physical product business, and I do an hour and 15 minutes over here. And then when I do round 2, I do round 2 over here first, and then I go back over here, and same with round 3. So I broke this out so that I have roughly 3 hours on each business during the day. And that way I can know that at the end of the day, even if I didn't work like a whole 8 hours on one thing, like I would if I was working offline still, I know that I've gotten 3 hours of productive work in on both of my businesses. I've done my money makers. They're definitely done. I've started working on both of them on the things that are going to earn me money in the future. And honestly, even if that means that I decide to cut out after I only work like maybe 2 hours on this business and 2 hours on the other business, I might have only worked 4 hours, but I've done my money makers and I've worked on what's going to make me money in the future a little bit on both of these businesses. So I've made that step forward. Susan says that she's seen the mobile app. Yeah, Susan, the mobile app is really cool. I really wish there was a way I could show you my phone, but it's really easy to use. And of course it updates, like I'll sit in my bed at the end of the night and I'll like make work on these lists and stuff so that I know what I'm going to do the next day. Because honestly, otherwise I come into the office and I kind of like want to chill and listen to like XM radio and do stuff I shouldn't be doing. It helps me be more productive. Jessica, do you have something on the SOP? I do. I do. This is something that I was actually given from someone else, so that's why there's this little timestamp here. She gave it to me just so that I have it for reference, because what I'm doing is I'm able to copy it and tweak it for myself. But yeah, so anything, like you can make due dates, you can also make like checklists, you can make comments. So yeah, look, here's the due date. You can have members, you can give it a label, checklists. And what I'll do is I'll make an SOP like this. I'll make a card like this for images, writing. Those are my two like bigger things. Techie work, whatever I want someone to do on the technical side, my VA, things like that. And that way I can grab it and use it whenever I need to. If someone is on my team, which I'm not saying I currently have a team, guys, but my goal is to have a team built this year. But if someone is on my team, I can easily pick this card up, drop it over somewhere, and tell them, hey, give that a read. And I think it'll also help like in the overall training and everything too. But did anyone else have any questions on the whole Trello thing? And you can make multiple boards. This is all just one board. This is my Right Stuff board, which is the business that I have all of my content marketing on. This is my physical product board, which is all under my Needful Things. And then you can have as many boards as you want. We were brainstorming the other week on how to create a PLR to use board. So I haven't finished that yet, but what we probably do is, add like new PLR and used PLR. And maybe these cards down here, maybe we'll label them like a different color based on what niche they're in. I don't really know. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit in our meeting the other week, but we didn't really get too far with it. And then, of course, I have a home board because otherwise I will just be a mess. So does anybody have anything else they wanted to chat about in regards to Trello? I see we have some folks that came in that I want to talk with too. Okay, if anyone has any questions, or if anyone starts looking into this, feel free to reach out to me if you ever need to. I'm at rachel@useplr.com. And even if it's between, like, we do these power hours every Tuesday. And if it's between power hours, please feel free to reach out to me, Rachel@useplr.com, and I'll get back to you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing over there. For those guys who are newer to these calls, we run useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. Use PLR obviously shows you how to take your PLR and put it to use. If you go onto this website, we have quick tips on using PLR. This is what other folks in the PLR industry have put together as far as how you can implement PLR quickly. We have our strategies on using PLR, and we have over here, we have a lot of free gifts, free reports on how you can use your PLR. We have turning PLR to profit, PLR to Instagram, how to use free PLR to grow your business, which is a great one, guys, because, you know, especially getting into something new, it can be very intimidating. And how to use PLR articles. So we run Whole Food PLR, where we have Whole Food PLR. That's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, Susan, I am on Facebook. We are at facebook.com/use PLR. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen here. Hi, Doris. Good to see you today. All right, guys, so welcome to everyone who came in while we were doing the Trello presentation. If you have any questions on Trello, please let me know. I'll be happy to jump back into it after I touch base with everyone who came in. First thing is, if you are new to these groups, what we do is we use this time to talk about how we're using PLR in our business, what our business is. Even if your business is doing something cool and it's not PLR related, let us know about it, because we're building a community here where we kind of let each other know what we're doing, and people have formed JV partnerships through these power hours and things like that. So it's a great way to connect with others in your niche. And of course, if you have any questions about PLR, let us know. Other people choose to come here to the Power Hour, and we call it lurking or working. They choose to lurk and work on their PLR as opposed to actually speaking to the group, and that's totally fine too. So I'm just going to go around and tap those who came in, just to be sure that everyone has a chance to talk if they want to talk. If you don't want to talk, just let us know. Totally okay. Jessica, good to see you today. Did you want to talk at all today, or did you want to just work on your PLR? Just want to lurk, quote unquote.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Doing great. Hope you can't see me though.
No, I can't.
So I think I've been on your talk once before, and I just kind of started thinking about getting into using PLR for posting for businesses on their Facebook pages. So do you cover doing that at all?
So can you explain that to me again? So you're using PLR
to do social posts on Facebook for businesses.
Oh, okay. To like help businesses build their social media presence?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, perfect, yeah. So we don't currently have anything over at Use PLR on that, but I can definitely tell you that there are folks who have social media posts and tweets and stuff in their PLR packs. And what I would do first is look at the niche of the person that you are going to be helping with their social media presence. And feel free to, once you find that, let me know if you're looking for sellers who sell things specifically that have social media tips in them. Otherwise, another thing that I encourage people to do is go through those blog articles and pull things out, and then make, you can make social media images with those that article stuff in them as well. So for instance, over at useplr.com, we have a guide called PLR to social media images. And that's a free guide. And what that will do is it will walk you through pulling pieces out of your PLR, finding images that are royalty free, and adding those PLR pieces into those images. So some folks like to let's say that I make PLR article on how to clear up acne. If I say Neutrogena face wash is great for acne, I can pull that directly out of the PLR article. I can put that on a social media image, and I can use that as part of the social media presence. So you can either feel free to do that, or again, once you know the niche of who you're working with specifically, if you want me to do some digging on who maybe has already created like little PLR quotes, some folks do that with their packs, and we'll make sure that we connect you with someone who is trustworthy and get you a good deal.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, no problem, no problem. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Jessica, even if you want to reach out on the sly, Rachel at useplr.com. RJ, hi RJ, did you want to lurk today or did you want to talk today? Either way is totally fine. You could just please drop your answer in the chat box. Okay, and so RJ, if you come in later, feel free to tap me if you need anything. Doris, hi Doris. Did you want to talk today, honey, or did you just want to lurk today? Either way is totally okay. You could just let me know in the chat box. And if you don't know how to get to your chat box, just click on feel free to click on the microphone over by your name and just shout at me. Okay, guys, so while we're waiting to hear from Doris and RJ, just as a reminder to everyone, we do these power hours every week. They're at Tuesdays, 1 o'clock Eastern, at rachelonzoom.com. We love to answer questions and we love to connect with our readers. So if you have any questions or anything between this week and next, there she is. Then feel free to let me know at Rachel at useplr.com. Miss Doris, did you want to talk today? If you do, I'd love to hear from you. Some folks, though, they have other jobs they're at and that kind of stuff. That's totally okay, too. Are you talking right now, sweetie? Can I unmute you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, how are you?
All right. I'm good. You?
I'm good. I'm
Well,
good.
that's awesome. Well, yeah, I heard from an instructor about PLR, and he was saying that if you want to do online classes, and that was an area that I'm interested in. But also trying to figure out how can I make that work with PLR and doing setting up these classes. And I think I would like videos as well. So I don't know if that's something that's doable or
Yeah, it's totally doable. Totally doable. So, Charles Terrence Harper, he runs a Facebook group called the PLR Show. And
uh-huh.
guys, anyone who is interested in using PLR, it's a great group to be a part of. But he actually did a webinar for my folks last year, and he talked about how his wife and he took a piece of PLR and they tweaked it so that they could present it physically,
Uh-huh.
and then they earned money from doing it that way. So turning it into a class is totally and completely doable. What I would recommend is getting one of the larger PLR packs
Uh-huh.
so that you kind of have every piece that you might need, and really before I purchased anything, I would look at that sales page and make sure that I said, okay, well, I see that this has a report on creating good habits. I can use that as module 1. Using those habits for weight loss, I can use that as module 2, and that kind of thing as I look through that sales page. So one thing that people tend to do is buy PLR either because it's on sale, or they buy it because there's so much of it and they think this is great, but they actually get it and they don't have a way to use it. And so that's for the whole term PLR hoarding, which if you're newer to PLR, you might not have heard that, but it's a real thing, and people just grab it and they don't actually use it. So I always encourage folks to have kind of a bit of a plan when they're purchasing as far as what they want to do. Now, as far as when you set up your classes, I personally have never set up a class like as far as like modules and things like that. However, I could probably figure something out for you. I know that Charles Terrence Harper over at the PLR Show, I would really recommend that you and he connect, because he's done things like this before. And also a lot of his PLR is their videos and things like that. So they'd be really, really easy to pull out and use for classes if it fits in with your niche. But if you don't get anywhere there, feel free to reach back to me. I think he's going to be your go-to person, though. But if you don't get anywhere there as far as how to set stuff up, please feel free to reach back to me, and I'll figure something out for you. Because even if I don't know how to do it, I somewhere know the person who knows how to do it. So I'll help you out.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and you said his name was Charles Harper.
Yes.
And how can I find him?
Let me grab the link for his PLR Show Facebook page.
Okay, great.
I should have done that before. I was just so chatty. Here we go. And if they ask you any questions when you try to join, just let them know that you're with Rachel at Use PLR, because Charles and I have worked together before, so he always approves my folks. Usually, I don't think that there's any kind of issue with joining. I don't think it's private, but I do know that in the past, if people have said that, then they've always gotten approved with no problem. All right, Ms. Doris, is there anything else I can help you with today? Okay, great. If you need me for anything, again, I think Charles is going to help you out, but please reach out to me. I'll be glad to do some digging for you if he's not the right source for you. Okay, guys, we've got about 10. Oh, I'm going to unmute you, sweetie. Sorry, you're not unmuting. Okay, there you are. Hi. Did you have another question?
Oh, no, I didn't get the link. I got Facebook. I was writing it, and then it disappeared.
Oh, gosh.
I got www.facebook, and then it disappeared.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can. I'm going to try to send it to you privately, and that should not go away.
Okay, thank you.
Do you see it?
I do. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, Doris, you're so sweet.
But
You're more than welcome.
That's okay.
See,
It
that's
disappeared again. It's not going to stay up here. And I'm not familiar with Zoom. So I got www.facebook.com/group/
The PLR show. It's one word.
PLR show. Okay.
Yep, it's the PLR show.
It's the PLR show.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Don't worry, honey. And if you can't get it for whatever reason, shoot me an email and I'll send it to you directly. That's Rachel@useplr.com.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel.
Oh, sure, no problem. I love doing this. I love connecting with people that I've never been able to connect with before. I love hearing what people are doing in their businesses and, you know, how they're using PLR. And I love it when people it sparks ways for other people to use their PLR in different ways. It's just so cool. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I love it when people say, I appreciate you. It kind of makes me, makes my week. And I appreciate all of you guys too. I really do. So does anyone, before we wrap up today, does anyone have any other questions that they'd like to go over? Does anyone have anything cool in their business that they want to talk about? Greg says, Rachel, you are so helpful and I very much appreciate you. Greg, if I could send you flowers, I would. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Charlene says, PLR rocks, and so do you, Rachel. Charlene is my ego boost, guys. I love her to pieces. Let's see. Susan said she's learned quite a bit. Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. Oh, you're in Nigeria. Oh, Susan, that's so cool. What time is it there, Susan? Is it like dark for you? Or see, I ask because I have one client who is in, wow, it's 8 p.m. in Nigeria, guys. Thank you, Susan. That's, you know, I have someone who's over in the UK. He follows our power hours, and what he does is he actually listens to the recordings because there's such a big time difference. Like when I give it, he's in the middle of dinner with his family, and he's tried to come on before, but it's been too much of a hassle. So Susan, if there's ever, if it's ever too much for you because of the time difference, just know that we will post our recordings of these power hours after the fact. So over at www.useplr.com, if you pick up any of our free reports, then you'll be added to our email list and you'll automatically get a recording of this show tomorrow. Okay, guys, it is 1:55. We have 5 more minutes to work on our PLR or chit chat or, oh, great, Susan. Good. Well, if I can ever do anything for you, please let me know. That's really, really cool that you're in Nigeria. I love, I think I just get so, because the majority of my clients are US or Canada based, that anytime I have a client who is further than that, I just get I just get the giggles because it's kind of neat to realize that I'm working with people all across the world. Like, how lucky am I? You know, how blessed am I? RJ, did you want to pop in today? Did you want to speak at all today? Are you wanting to jump in for anything today? If so, please feel free to let me know in the chat box. And guys, is there anything that you want to learn how to do with PLR? I know, Doris, you said about the PLR classes. I think that, or I'm sorry, using PLR to create a class. I think that's a great idea. And I'm going to put that in our notes to hopefully sometime in the future, probably a few months down the road, we can connect with someone who can maybe teach us all how to do that. But for now, you go through Charles because he'll help you. He'll hook you up, I'm very sure. But that's great. Did anyone else have any way to use PLR that they want to learn more about? Because again, guys, I'm not claiming to be like a guru. I create PLR and for my own clients, and that's kind of how this thing was born. Like, feel free to let me know. If I don't know it, I'll help you find it. So, Doris says, "Oh, you have such a nice spirit." Bless you, Doris. Thank you. You know what? My husband and my son come home in like an hour, so I will let them know when I'm yelling at them to put on clothes and put things away that I'm actually a nice person. Okay, guys. Well, it is 1:58 here, so I will just go ahead and wrap us up. This is Rachel Youngson from useplr.com, and hold on. Greg says his issue is figuring out how people are going to find his stuff. Okay, Greg, well, that's a great question. You know what? I actually think that is the issue that a lot of people have. So there's a few things that we can do. I always recommend that people look for other folks in their niche and connect with them. So for instance, if I am in, again, for lack of creativity, the dog training niche, I'll look for other people in the dog training niche. Once you kind of start building that network, you'll kind of have an idea of, okay, Cheryl is a nice person in the dog training niche. She never steers me wrong. Jennifer, she's kind of shady. I don't want to kind of, she's a nice person, but I don't really want to kind of have business relations with her, so to speak. And that kind of helps you. Like, when you start promoting people, then they're naturally going to want to promote you back. And also, when you get on their list and you kind of look at their social media presence, then that kind of starts the ball rolling as far as how people are going to find your stuff. Because what happens is it's all like intertwined. Like, people know me as a PLR provider. They didn't always. There was a time when I was like, hey, I just, I got to make some money, and I just kind of stumbled into it. Nobody was like, oh my gosh, you're Rachel. I really wish they were, but they weren't, and so I had to make those connections. So I would really recommend looking for others in your niche and starting there. Look for quality products that you can promote. Build your social media presence. Get a Facebook page for your niche. And we will talk about it more on our next Power Hour if you'd like. Okay, guys. Greg, feel free to let me know if you want to talk privately about this. Also, we can totally do that. All right, guys. This is Rachel Youngson from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. This is our weekly PLR Power Hour. We meet next Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, rachelonzoom.com. Greg, we can talk at rachel@useplr.com. If you can shoot me an email, we can gladly brainstorm some things. And also, in your email, please provide me with the niche that you're in, so that sometimes if I know the niche, I may already have a few thoughts for you. All right, guys. Have a great week. Blessings to everybody. I will see you guys next week.